Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Geography with Joy. This is Subhalakshmi and we are discussing about rocks. Today we are going to discuss about the rock cycle. This is the major part of the topic and without this the topic is incomplete. Then without much delay, let's start the discussion. In my previous videos, we had discussed about the classification of rocks like igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks, their formation, characteristics, processes, classification and their uses in our day-to-day lives, and also about the difference between rocks and minerals. I hope you had gone through all the videos and understood the topic. Today, we are coming to the last part of the topic, the rock cycle. Let's explore it now. Rock cycle. A knowledge of the various types of rocks, their mode of occurrence, as also the changes and processes they undergo are of paramount importance to geographers as also to the geologists in the study of the rock cycle of transformation. Now, what is this rock cycle? The rock cycle is not only the relationship between the three types of rocks, those are igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks, but also how, when and where the changes that they undergo take place, to what extent and how these changes are interrelated. Rock cycle is a continuous process through which old rocks are transformed into new ones. The earth recycles its rocks. The igneous rocks are primary rocks and all other rocks are formed from them. The igneous rocks can be changed to metamorphic rocks. Plate tectonic activity along with weathering and erosional processes are responsible for the continuous recycling of rocks. This is the igneous rock. Magma located beneath the Earth's crust is ejected and igneous rocks are formed as the molten matter in gigantic masses cools and solidifies. Solidified igneous rocks are the ancestors of all other rocks and make up 85% or more of the Earth's crust, having been formed at all ages and stages in the Earth's history. Irrespective of how a rock is formed, eventually the erosive forces of running water, wind, moving ice, sea waves break it down into sediments such as sand and mud. Rivers transport and then deposit the particles in the form of layers at the bottom of seas, oceans and lakes where they form sedimentary rocks through the process of lithification. Sediments are deposited in the bed of the oceans in the large quantities and get solidified due to lithification, and the sedimentary rocks are formed. These are sedimentary rocks. Due to lithification, the sedimentary rock material in the transes and hollows is pressurized, heated, and is transformed into metamorphic rocks. The heat of the sun and the heat from the Earth's interior together provide power and energy for the rock cycle, which melts existing material to combine it and in turn create igneous rocks. Geologic upheavals and volcanic activity may once again bring magma and lava to the surface to form igneous rocks that may at some point be subjected to metamorphism or get eroded and compacted as sedimentary rock. This cycle of creation or destruction, which occurs over millions of years at varying speed, is known as rock cycle. The speed doesn't depend on the type or structure or components of the rock, but on cataclysmic changes that may occur. A volcanic eruption or cataclysmic earthquake with its overflow of magma within seconds can destroy rock structure, while on the other hand, even a single layer of sedimentary rock may take centuries to build and wear away. This is what the rock cycle is. This is the diagrammatical representation of the rock cycle. Let's summarize. Magma, the hot molten material inside the earth. This is the origin and the end of the cycle. Due to the volcanic activities, the molten magma comes out of the interior of the earth and cools and solidifies on or below the earth's surface, forming the igneous rocks. These are the primary or parent rocks. Due to weathering and erosion, these rocks break down into sediments, which are transported and deposited in the low-lying areas by the agents of weathering and denudation. By the process of compaction of sediments, weathered, transported, deposited, and compressed by the process of the lithification, sedimentary rocks are formed. As a result of alteration in the chemical and physical composition of igneous or sedimentary rocks, when they are subjected to heat and pressure, metamorphic rocks are formed. Metamorphic rocks get denuded to form sedimentary rocks or may melt to form magma, which solidifies to form igneous rocks again, and the cycle repeats. The rock cycle continues due to the heat of the Earth's interior and also due to the solar energy. The material from which rocks are formed is never lost, and this continues as a cyclical process. And this is the rock cycle. And that's all for today. I hope you have understood the concept very clearly and enjoyed my video too. In continuation to this, my next video is on the importance of rocks. Don't forget to watch that video too. Stay connected. Do like and share my video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe my channel too. Thanks for watching. See you again. Till then, take care and have a nice day.